Next week and the week after, all of the halaqat on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be Ramadan prep. So Fridays will be in Arabic, and then Saturdays and Sundays will be in English. So next week in English, Saturday and Sunday will be, we'll talk about fiqh of siyam. We'll put out inshallah, the schedule in the WhatsApp group and Facebook as well for you to see it. But we'll be doing fiqh of siyam, and there'll be a joint session between me and Dr. Jibran Khukar, inshallah, as well, to talk about some of the struggles and challenges that people find throughout the month of Ramadan regarding sleeping and fasting and other issues. And then the weekend after, Saturday and Sunday, will be both like spiritual preparation and planning and stuff like that. So you're welcome, obviously, to come and bring your kids. The seerah will restart, inshallah, sometime mid-April. So Ramadan, there's no seerah Ramadan, and then the first week, 2 weeks after Ramadan is Eid. So sometime mid-April we'll bring back the seerah, inshallah, again. So this will be the last session until then, inshallah ta'ala, just so people know. يروي الإمام الترمذي والإمام أبو داود والنسائي في سننهم بسند صحيح عن أبي ذر رضي الله عنه قال. The hadith tonight collection of Tirmidhi and Nasa'i and Abu Dawood, and it has an authentic narration narrated to us by Abu Dharr. And the theme is just Ramadan prep. I'm just talking about little things that happen in Ramadan and like narrations to kind of help us to prepare mentally, inshallah, for it. This is a nice hadith. These are a cool hadith. This is what Abu Dharr said. قال صمنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم رمضان فلم يقم بنا شيئا من الشهر. There's one Ramadan that we fasted with him عليه الصلاة والسلام, and he didn't do any qiyam with us throughout the month. Like he did his qiyam at home and we did it like as sporadically in the masjid. قال حتى لم يبقى من الشهر إلا 7, until there's only 7 nights left of the month. فخرج علينا في السابعة فصلى بنا ثلث الليل. And until there were 7 nights, he came out the 7th night and he prayed as an imam and the Muslim for a third of the night. So maybe 3 hours or so. And then ثم انصرف, and then people went home. ثم لم يخرج علينا في السادسة. And in the 6th night, before he's counting backwards till the end of the month, so 7 nights are left. The 6th night until the end, لم يخرج, he didn't come out at all عليه الصلاة والسلام. ثم خرج علينا الخامسة فصلى بنا شطر الليل. And he came out on the 5th and he prayed with us as jama'ah, and he prayed half of the night, so like 6 hours of prayer. قال فلما فرغ, when he was done, قلت له يا رسول الله لو نفلتنا قيام هذه الليلة. So Abu Dharr said, Ya Rasulullah, why didn't you just continue the full night with us tonight? There was barakah in it, and we would have loved to kind of get the ajr of praying a full night. And this is why I'm telling you this hadith. So he answered عليه الصلاة والسلام, قال من صلى مع الإمام حتى ينصرف حسب له قيام ليلة كاملة. Whoever prays with the imam until the imam is done gets the ajr of the full night of prayer. So in Ramadan, it's not about whether you do 8 rak'ahs or 12 or 13 or 20 or 46 or a million or 2. It doesn't make a difference. The numbers, these are just things, ijtihadat. These are just things. The Prophet ﷺ did a variety of numbers. The Sahaba after him, and I'll share the hadith with you, did a variety of numbers. The point was that whatever imam you were praying with, you prayed with the imam until that imam was done, until they were finished that night. So you got the ajr of the prayer of the full night. And that's what he told him. قال ثم لم يخرج علينا في الرابعة. And then the 4th night till the end he didn't come out. قال ثم خرج علينا الثالثة فجمع أهله ونساءه والناس وصلى بنا. And then at the 3rd night he came out and he called his family and he brought his wives and he brought everybody. وصلى بنا الليل كله. And then we prayed the whole night with him عليه الصلاة والسلام. قال ثم لم يصلي بنا حتى انقضى الشهر. And then he never did it again until the end of the month. Now the reason that you see him doing this عليه الصلاة والسلام, I explained in a previous hadith, and it'll probably come up a few more times because this is a lot of narrations here. His main concern was that he did not want Taraweeh to become an obligation. Because he knows alayhi salatu wasalam, that Islam is designed in a way where scholars were going to come years later, take the pieces of evidence and interpret these pieces of evidence and then conclude how things were going to be seen. Obligatory, recommended, mubah, permissible, based on what he did alayhi salatu wasalam. So if he chose to come out every single night and pray in jama'ah tarawih then it was going to be seen as obligatory. And that was his biggest fear, because that's not what it was. Right? He prayed every night, don't get me wrong. It's not like he slept the rest of the night. No, he prayed all night long at home, all night. None of us have the ability to pray the salah of Rasulullah. None of us. None of us have even, our Taraweeh has an hour and 15 minutes. If it goes an hour and 20 minutes, 3 people will be waiting for me afterwards to express their concerns about the 5 minutes more that this Taraweeh took and how that imam took a little bit longer because he read an extra half page. right? But they'll fight over 8 and 12 and 20 and have and bring silah into the masjid and pull out guns at each other for numbers. But because they want to be like the Prophet ﷺ. Want to pray like the Prophet? Maybe we do that one day. Maybe I bring you all in for Ramadan one night and I lock the doors and we pray like the Prophet ﷺ, and I have you stand here for 6 hours straight, and then you'll tell me if you actually care. No, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ajma'in. Khaffafa anna. He made things easy for us. He refused to do that alayhi salatu wasalam, because he knew that time was going to come where life was not going to be as easy, where it's going to be hard for us to do stuff like that. We can't, our jobs don't allow us. The way, there's no respect for our way of life to begin with, so we can't afford to do it. So we have takhfif. Imagine if he didn't do that, alayhi salatu wasalam. He wanted to, because he wanted the ajr for you, because there's nothing that's even remotely close to the ajr of the night of Ramadan and Salah. Nothing comes close. You should know that by now. But alayhi salatu wasalam refused to make it more difficult for us than it needed to be. And that's just the beauty of his hadi and of his guidance, alayhi salatu wasalam. It's something for us to always be thankful for. يروي الإمام الترمذي في جامعه وكذلك الإمام النسائي وأبو داود بسند صحيح عن أبي ذر الغفاري رضي الله عنه قال: صمنا مع رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رمضان فلم يقم بنا شيئا من الشهر حتى لم يبق من الشهر إلا 7، فخرج علينا في 7 فصلى بنا ثلث الليل، ثم لم يخرج علينا في 6، ثم خرج علينا في 5 فصلى بنا شطر الليل. فقلت: يا رسول الله لو نفلتنا قيام هذه الليلة. فقال: إن الرجل إذا صلى مع الإمام حتى ينصرف حسب له قيام ليلة، ثم لم يخرج علينا في 4، ثم في 3 جمع أهله ونساءه والناس وصلى بنا الليل كله، ثم لم يخرج بعدها علينا، صلى الله عليه وسلم أجمعين. صدق رسول الله.